Hey there, everyone. Welcome to Weekly Weather Brief. This is your weekly weather podcast where we talk about cool weather things, science things, climate events, anything that really caught our attention throughout the week in 10 minutes or less. I'm meteorologist Kerrin Jeromin. This week is a little different. My usual co-host, meteorologist Emily Gracey, is enjoying some well-deserved time off, celebrating a birthday, and so I'm thrilled to introduce today a new guest. Now, this amazing human needs no introduction, likely to many of our listeners, but for those of you who do not know her, I am pleased to have Bernadette Woods Placky join me today on Weekly Weather Brief. Bernadette is a meteorologist, climate science communicator, and network builder with more than 25 years of experience translating complex science into stories that move people and institutions to act. She's a leading expert on the connection between weather and climate change, and most recently served as Vice President of Engagement and Chief Meteorologist at the nonprofit Climate Central. Bernadette, it is such a pleasure to have you on Weekly Weather Brief with me today.
I am so excited to be here. First of all, I love what you and Emily are doing, and what an honor to be able to join you. And happy birthday, Emily. We miss you.
Yes, absolutely. She's enjoying some sunshine, which is wonderful. She deserves every minute of that. Bern, I'm so excited to have you because of your background, of course, but also because we have a lot of cool topics to talk about, one of which just happens to be kind of related to climate. So that is your area. So I'm excited to dive into that one. Let's start there. Did you happen to catch all of the heat going on elsewhere around the world? We're going to go international with this first story. The UK broke some significant records this week for heat. I'm talking like all-time May temperature records shattered over in the UK. You saw this, I assume? Yeah?
Yes, by 2 degrees. And we're talking Celsius, not Fahrenheit. So 2 degrees to break a temperature record in Celsius is usually a couple of tenths, not 2 full degrees.
Yeah,
It's wild.
absurd. The highest temp I saw was 35.1 Celsius, which translates to mid-90s Fahrenheit. That was in southern part of London. And like you said, that's like 2 degrees above, 2 Celsius above the old May record, which is also, I mean, even uncommon when you get into the summer months there. So it's pretty extreme heat.
Yeah, it was interesting. It was Monday, broke that by 2 degrees, if I'm correct.
Right.
Then overnight, I didn't see the specifics, but it broke an overnight temperature, then pushed above again on Tuesday to that high level.
Crazy. So not just once, but breaking it twice, shattering it. And it wasn't just, the London area. There were more than a dozen records around England. And then I also saw Wales set all-time May record. France did. And you were saying India as well, like other parts of the world too, also dealing with heat.
It is pretty crazy. But yeah, India also had some wild temperatures, and in Celsius, I know we're one of those only countries with Fahrenheit, but in Celsius, 45 to 48, I was seeing a wide range, and sadly, over 100 deaths and some serious strains on the power system.
Yeah. I mean, you know better than anyone, but these sorts of extreme events are becoming more likely in a warming world. That's very much your background, so I would let you take that one. But I mean, it's not unexpected because of all the extremes we've seen, but it's always mind-boggling when you think like mid 40s, that's up in the 1 teens temperature wise. That's an insane amount of pressure and strain on people and things, like you said.
Absolutely. And I've been on this journey the past couple of years. Heat, as you know, all of our meteorologists who are joining too, is the easiest to forecast. And it is our leading weather-related killer, and we're undercounting those deaths. And so this doesn't have to be this way. We give a lot of attention to the big dramatic storms, the hurricanes, the tornadoes. We don't cover heat in those ways. And I would love to see more coverage of heat, of treating it at that level, the seriousness that it is, because we know when it's coming, and probably the longest track record of a lot of our types of weather too. So I think as a community, we can do better on this.
Yeah, that's a good call. Yeah, crazy stuff there. Okay, internationally, let's come back home. So I saw a couple things around the country. I would be curious if anything caught your eye in particular, but we're missing Emily. She's in the Southeast, so she's always got an eye on the Southeast. But did you see all the rain in the Southeast, parts of Texas, over to the Southeast for this week? Did you catch any of that and the flooding that happened?
I did. And Emily, we made a particular push to check out the Southeast for you. And after the intense drought, it's nice to see rain. Of course, we don't want flooding, but it is good to see this consistent rain. And even a relative of mine I saw on Facebook who lives down in the Southeast said, okay, that post I made wishing for some rain, I'll take it back now.
Yeah,
I've had enough.
I know it's right. It's like too much, too fast. I think they got several inches of rain. I saw in the in South Texas and Houston area had some flooding. We never like when it happens too much, too fast. But yeah, anything helps at this point with how dry it has been across the South.
Real quick, though, to expand with the weather community here, for those who want to dig a little bit deeper, Marshall Shepard had a nice post. I don't know, did you see this one?
I did not.
Kind of
Tell me.
highlighting Atlanta, how where the downpour came down, it created a major traffic issue and people were driving into the water. And we know, turn around, don't drown. But he really outlined the situation in one of those nice long Forbes posts that he does. So if you want to dig a little bit deeper, I'd suggest
Yeah,
looking into that.
he's an excellent writer. I always love reading his articles. Um, okay. Related to severe weather, extreme weather, that sort of thing. I know that you saw this because we shared this before we got on the show, but tornado hitting a local TV station. This one definitely caught my attention this week. And you just watched this video today. What did you think of this? So a tornado hit a local TV station in Alabama on Monday. Crazy stuff there with the meteorologist going on the air, live on the air, talking about as glass is shattering and debris is happening. Can you only imagine what he was going through and experiencing that in real time?
I had to write his name down. Jordan Ambrose, you are top notch because you're in the moment, totally professional, but yet real. You didn't ignore that it was happening. You were looking, you heard the glass shattering. You're trying to make sure you were okay too, which is really important
Yes,
while this was moving over your station.
crazy.
Wow, what a situation, Jordan. I mean, kudos to you.
I agree. Yeah, Jordan, I'd love to meet you someday. Yes, very important stuff there. And not only was he making sure people at station were good, I heard him at one point being like, everyone's okay, everyone's okay, okay, we're continuing on. So he was delivering the information that the public needed while making sure the crew at the station is okay. But then at the same time, he goes and he starts typing to the National Weather Service and sending the report in real time saying a tornado just hit. So this guy is like a master multitasker while doing exactly what meteorologists get in the business to do, and that's protecting lives and properties. So again, huge kudos to this station. Hopefully they are, reviewing their severe weather plan and taking some lessons learned out of that, and glad everyone's okay. The National Weather Service did, by the way, confirm that an EF1 tornado, winds a little over 100 miles per hour, hit the station, in addition to several other things nearby. So
That is
wild video this week. We've got, a little bit of time left, Bern, but what else? I know you saw something with a big live stream coming up.
I know that I'm a talker, so I'm trying
You're good.
to help us move along.
Let's hear it. You've got another topic to finish us off, right?
Yeah, well, we have two we're going to touch on. One is I was lucky enough to become a part of this week, but for those who remember last year, the Weather and Climate Livestream, it was 100 hours of live broadcast presentations, discussions on science, weather and climate science. And it was a showcase of some extraordinary people, extraordinary scientists. And I didn't know who the group was last year who organized this, but it's a crew of early career scientists who really were behind getting this up and running when a lot was happening with DOGE. Just to kind of bring everyone back, a lot was happening with DOGE, science, really taking some serious hits. They stood this up in a beautiful way. And so they decided they're going to do it again this year. And you may have seen some of these posts floating around. And if anyone's interested, there's still a form that you can fill out and be a part of the Weather and Climate live stream. They have sessions as long as 10-minute slots. You can bring whatever you want forward from weather and climate. If you are a scientist and want to bring that forward, but get this. And this is what I was telling you about, Kerrin. We had Sil Foisey and a couple of his friends. I don't know who's doing this full walk with him, but are walking from New York City to DC ahead of the live stream.
That's a trek.
Yeah, right? And we had so many questions. So I got a chance to meet up with him, I should say, when he was walking through central New Jersey this week. And
Amazing.
him and his team. So many questions really about, are you on main roads? Are you on back roads? Where are you sleeping? How are you approaching this? How are you eating?
Do you have snacks?
Exactly. Well, the beginning was all rain and then sunscreen
Of course.
because it was bright and sunny. He went into, gosh, I don't know what it was, but some restaurant or community center one night to get dinner and started talk. No one connected with weather and climate and got to talk to them and hang out with them. That was his snack that night.
There you
And
go.
it's been a mix of hotels and staying with people. So this week, and they're putting a lot of this on Instagram. So if you want to check it out, of their walk from New York City to DC. And from what I understand, when they get to DC, Union of Concerned Scientists and the AGU are going to walk with them on that final stretch. And
Wow.
then it'll kick off the live stream on June 1st.
Amazing. Feels like a true grassroots movement there, but also really well organized grassroots movement with really pronounced people in this industry. So yeah, that's amazing. And so glad you got to join the walk, and hopefully you had decent weather for your stretch.
We were good. We were after the rain. We had sunshine.
Good. That's good. Yeah, as long as there are snacks, I think I'd be down for it. But I missed the window there. All right, Bernadette, we are at time, which is, it always goes so fast. We've actually gone past our time, but 10 minutes is loose, especially when we have amazing people to talk and share cool topics with. So there's a little wiggle room there. But the last thing I know we wanted to touch on is that the movie Pressure is coming out on Friday, which is huge in the weather community. Are you going to see this movie, I hope?
That's my plan.
Yes.
One of my sons though still really wants to see the Grogu movie. So I'm going to try and see if I can see Pressure and he can see Grogu. I wanted to bring him though.
A double
Are you
feature.
going to see it?
Yes, of course. It's the great movie, the story of the D-Day invasion in World War II and how weather played such a crucial role in that part of history. And I, for one, am so all about when you combine entertainment, like movies, and something that educates me. I swear I learn most of my history and like things that I should have known in school. I swear I learned that through entertainment. I'll fact check it, but that's my jam right there, is mixing entertainment and education.
Well, I know both you and I were on the American Meteorological Society webinar to learn more about this, and the director was
Yes.
on it. And for those
Yes.
who do want to go a little bit deeper and understand like the geeky science also, John Nees at Penn State had a nice little segment on this years ago, still relevant. And then Paul Gross had a segment from his station in Detroit I think it was a half-hour special. So it really gets into the science around this too.
Very cool. I'm all about it. Well, great. I think we have weekend plans. And with that, going to wrap this episode of Weekly Weather Brief. Bernadette Woods Placky, thank you so much for joining me as co-host this week while Emily enjoys some much-deserved time off. It's a pleasure having
Thank you for having me. It's so fun.
Of course. All right, everyone. Thanks so much for joining us. Don't forget to like and subscribe on YouTube, Apple Podcasts, and Spotify. We'll catch you next week.